everybody, I'm back. It's your boy Vince, and it's been about 3 months since I put out a big part of my childhood story, which is me getting bullied and feeling insecure and shameful and hurt and crushed about my birth defect that I was born with. The comments, the responses, the people in person that I've met have been amazing to hear their stories and how the video inspired them, and that was the whole point of it. The whole point was that I never did give up, and I never did find a solution how to deal with my insecurity and shame until I did put complete faith in God, trust in God, realizing that I do believe there's a God and he would never ever feel this way about me. And so if somebody else does and they want to hurt me, it doesn't matter to me anymore, because I know that they're probably dealing with the hurt inside as well. And it doesn't matter to me anymore because I know God never would think about his children like this. He would never look at us as freaks or rejects or anything less than deserving love. And so I feel loved. I feel peace. That's why I made that story, so that I can encourage others. It sounds like it did that, and it's still doing that. So praise God for that. Now, today, I don't want to talk so much about that first video. I want to talk about this video. I am so honored to announce that I did a collaboration with Dhar Mann. Dhar Mann tells inspiring stories, really heartfelt stories about everyday things that people go through and experience and how they could overcome it. My story was chosen to be something that he told, and I love that. And so I'm gonna react to it for the first time. And if you'd like to watch it first on his channel, I'll put a link to his video down in the description, because I'm gonna yap a lot and probably press pause and stop and whatever. So if you wanna watch it uninterrupted, maybe go watch his first. But before we get started, huge shout out to Michelle. Thank you so much for being an amazing writer and helping me tell my story. She was the person behind the scenes that put my story together into what you are about to see. This scene starts off with me as a chaperone in my son's class as we're listening to a child who's having a hard time reading. Let's get into this. This is my first time watching this, by the way, so I'm very excited.
Apple.
It's Maple. You're doing good though, bud. Just sound out the words.
When people laugh at someone who's messing up, it's never funny. I actually was feeling bad for this kid in real life because I've witnessed this so many times.
If your brain broken, it's Russell.
That's the worst feeling, man, to be laughed at. And that could stick with you forever. And so this scene, like living it, felt real. So I want to say this first. If you haven't watched the video from December, you should probably stop right now and watch that video first, or else this might not hit the same way. Wow, look at that. They did a prosthetic ear to make his ear different from his other ear in class.
I'm gonna invent a machine that can fix weird-looking ears.
Oh, no. They're all laughing at me, staring at my ear.
I mean, the
That's
feeling.
the dumbest invention ever.
Why is everyone laughing? Did I do something? Or...
They all think I'm a freak. Can you please tell them to stop?
Hey, why don't we just let Jalil finish with his presentation?
Wow,
Are you kidding me? My teacher's really gonna do nothing? I thought teachers were supposed to protect their students. But my friends were supposed to have my back. I'm done letting people in. All it does is get me hurt. I'm done speaking up. I'm done asking for help. I'm done.
Yo. Wow. So, that was really important, that we wanted to convey that while I was in that classroom in 3rd grade, I had no idea that anyone at that point wasn't 100% sure that I was different, that I was a freak, that I was deserving to be made fun of because I was born differently. It wasn't until recently when I was like, man, I guess not every kid in that class necessarily had to have known or paid attention to my ear deformity that I was born with. For me, it was everything. It was the world. So I just assumed to everybody else, they also focused on it so heavily because I was focusing on it so heavily. And that teacher, man, I'll just never forget just looking at him thinking, why aren't you stopping them? why aren't you correcting him and saying that's not nice? And I just wanted him, my point of view, my perspective, to stop the laughter. Everyone, stop laughing right now. Stop laughing right now. Hey, that's a bad invention. No, sit down, whatever it was. But also the teacher, who knows how, I don't even know if the teacher knew. I mean, I'd like to think in my life, every single person knew, but there's some people that are like, man, I didn't even realize. And I'm like, you're lying to me. You have to be lying to me. And so our thoughts are not always other thoughts, other people's thoughts. That's why we made it very clear right in here where we wanted other children to say like, that's a dumb invention. This kid is saying, why is everyone laughing? Like he's not paying attention to the fact that I'm getting made fun of. Like it just went over his head. And I think that's why the teacher didn't stop the class from laughing and didn't say anything, because the teacher is probably thinking, let me not draw attention to the situation, because the thing that you are dealing with in your life and the thing that hurts you the most, that doesn't necessarily mean that everyone else is dwelling on that as much as you do. So don't fault them for not thinking the way you do, because we all think differently. And this is why communication is key, because when we communicate, then we know, oh, that's what you were thinking. We can't assume, you know?
They all think I'm a freak.
Well, let's keep going.
I'm done speaking up. I'm done asking for help. I'm done.
Yo, listen, bud. Don't let him get to you, all right? It's just noise. And you're not broken. You're just different. And there ain't a single thing wrong with that. All right, bring it in, bro.
You hear that? You not
got
broken,
this.
you just different.
Have a good day, all right?
That was a
Yo, listen,
true story
bud,
kind of moment.
you guys gotta be careful about the way you treat him.
I was just laughing, Dad. Everyone was.
I know, but that right there, he might remember that forever.
Oh, just say sorry.
Yeah, but look,
Sometimes sorry is not enough. Y'all know where I'm going with this.
bullying, it's like this crumpled piece of paper.
You can say sorry, and you
when
might
say sorry,
fix
the
it a little.
damage, it's already done. And so
Yep,
you should
that-
still
look
say
at that.
sorry.
This
But
is
you
so
can
cool.
also stand up and speak up for somebody that's getting bullied. Because
heard
when
that?
you speak up, you're not just changing your story, you could be changing theirs as well. Bro.
That is powerful, because I think a lot of times when people are getting bullied, it's easier to stay quiet, but it is so brave and courageous to come to the defense of someone. Can you imagine? I can't even imagine what that would have been like if there was somebody in that class that day that comforted me. Nobody comforted me that day. I went home upset. I was completely torn apart. I mean, it's ingrained in my memory how sad that moment was for me in that class, to just stare around the class and just look at people going like this, laughing. And then of course, maybe if there was 20 kids in the class, if there was 5 or 6 that weren't laughing, I didn't pay attention to that. I only paid attention to the negative. And so if you can be a positive force and you can help encourage a child or a kid or a coworker or an adult or anybody, do it. Do it. Come to the rescue for somebody. I mean, man, that would have been amazing if somebody did that for me. I mean, I would have never, ever forgotten that. Imagine being a positive memory in somebody's story that they will never forget versus being a negative memory that they will always remember. That's crazy. Me and my mama.
Wrong, Dad.
Please just drive.
Isn't that your friend?
I hate my stupid ear. I never want anyone to see it.
I wish my mom was watching this with me.
Ever.
Now we're fast forwarding to when I had to grow out my hair. Oh, wow.
Are you sure you don't want to go to the barber?
Mom, no, I already told you. If I go to the barber,
This
they'll
is
see
crazy
my
to see
ears.
this.
I don't want that, okay?
I actually got to meet this actor, and I took a photo with them, and I was like, oh my gosh, we time travel. But that's what it was like. I hated haircuts. Hated haircuts.
Yeah.
Pin him! Yeah, beat him up! Go, pin him!
What you gonna do?
Come on!
What you gonna do?
This is supposed to be camp,
What the? Oh, what?
bro.
What happened to your ear? Look at
No,
his
it
ear.
was-
It's all.
It was worse than that. Oh, Wow. That was camp. You guys remember this story if you've seen that video? Wow. It was not like that though. It was loud. Oh my gosh, what happened to his ear? It was just like, oh, it was so, I'll just never forget his face. It was like a look of disgust. Oh man.
Why do I have to be different? Why do I have to hide?
I'm gonna ask that question for like almost
I wish I
40
could just
years.
disappear.
Yeah, I do what I do, so step out the way when I come through.
Some people act big when they're up in the crowd, but the bark's so small when you single them out. What's up, dog? Here's a treat. No hot bones while you deceived. I might put one on my 5 stones. One shot from the sling and top of the team while I rock with the thing. Step up.
All right, not too bad, not too bad. All right, so I actually wrote the rap for that section, and I'm gonna explain why this section is even here, because I didn't tell you this story in the other video, but check it, yeah.
When I grab the mic, you know I'm ready to go. Then I step on site and I run that show. Then I say what I say, I do what I do. Step out of the way when I come through.
All right, back to the video, sorry.
Step up to the mic. Buddy, no name. I don't gotta try hard. I was born.
Go back to the North Pole, Santa needs more L's. Ooh, that's fun. With the Timbs. I was rocking the Timbs. Woo! That really happened. I was in middle school. I had my long hair, and I'm rapping, and I was good. I'm not gonna say, I am gonna say it. I was the best in the group. Straight up, I was definitely the best in the group. Practices, we would kill it. On the day of the actual talent show, when I got up on stage, I don't know what happened. When I stood in front of the whole school and I started to rap, I think I was like one of the last ones to rap, or 4th to last. I think there was like 5 of us. We was going one at a time. And I got so nervous, I started rapping so fast that I wasn't even going on the beat. And the whole auditorium erupted in laughter. All the kids was just dying laughing. Ha ha! Like it was obnoxious, okay? It was obnoxious and rude. And it hurt. It hurt bad. Cause I was like, yo, I'm a decent rapper. Like I know how to rap. And I did worse than all these other dudes up here. None of these dudes can't even rap. So like internally, I was humbled, I guess, but also there was no need for all of that. And like it was started by a group of bullies who I later had more issues with. And one time cops came to the school and then I left the school. That's a whole nother story. But either way, it was bad in 7th grade. And yeah, that was a true story, except in real life, don't hate me for it. I was really, really, really tired of being bullied, and it was very frustrating. I actually cussed in front of the entire school on the microphone when everybody was laughing at me and making fun of me. I actually might even said 2 curse words. I know for a fact the worst curse word you can say came out of my mouth. The bomb on the microphone. And then I literally walked off stage. I legit just walked off stage and I left my friends on stage. It was embarrassing. One of the most embarrassing things ever. And so, yeah, they put that in. And now you're about to watch a real moment of me at church rapping. Hey, look at that boy!
But Dad, this is really cool.
Thank you.
Dude, I didn't know you used to rap, bro.
I did. I don't know if I believed everything I rapped about, but
Hold on, wait, I'm gonna rewind that.
I don't know if I believed everything I rapped about,
But
but
see, I said I don't know if I believed everything I rapped about. Because Mike actually said, I guess they cut it out. Mike said, I didn't know you used to rap about Jesus.
I believed everything I rapped about.
Dude, I didn't know you used to rap, bro.
I did.
That's pretty smooth cut. They took out about Jesus, but it's still pretty smooth. But yeah, I did grow up in church. People close to me now, they're like, why are you so big about God and Christianity now? You always grew up in it. And I said, bro, because I realized how real it is now. Like it's actually real. Before you just saying stuff like, oh, praise God. And you just, yeah, like God bless you. And you just be throwing around the name God like it ain't the most holiest thing in the universe. And now it's just so different for me. It didn't become fully real to me until the end of 2024.
Mama.
See how I dapped up my mom? Who daps up their mom like that? This man right here, visionary. He just took me under his wing, bro, since I was 12 years old. Right here, I'm probably about 14, 15. He was the best man at my wedding, and he just taught me, like, hip-hop. He would get me to freestyle. I was so bad at freestyling, man. I used to have to push through it and just try my best because I was so embarrassed how I could never put words together really quick on the fly. And sometimes now I'm amazing. At other times, when I try to show somebody that I'm amazing, I fail. So it's that humility keeping it in check. But yeah, shout out to Visionary, my boy right there. Oh, this is hype.
What up, my pet? Heard the janitor needed some help.
My
You need a
pet.
haircut. What is that?
My hair was in style for like a month. Like a month. It was a little bit. Some people had that haircut, but it was never as long as mine.
Jesus can work miracles. Can we pray on it and I can wake up with a new ear?
This really happened. I wasn't this old when this happened, but
I'm not sure it works like that.
But we have to try. Please, Mom, please.
Okay.
so yeah, I remember having my mom pray for my ear as I would lay in bed crying at night. And I asked her if she can pray and asked that Jesus would heal my ear. And we did that. We did that multiple times. I remember the first time, it's like, I will just never forget this, that my mom's face was almost like, at the time I didn't realize that it was this, but when I said, hey mom, can we just pray that Jesus will heal my ear, that when I wake up in the morning, I'll have 2 normal ears. And oh man, her face was just like, now looking back at like what that face meant, she's just probably faced with like, how do I say anything right now that doesn't sound contradictory to the Bible or about God, or God's powerless, or God can't do that, or like God did it before but won't do it for you. He did it for others. He's healed others, but he won't heal you. That's all I remember was her saying something to the effect of, oh honey, I don't think it's gonna work. I don't think it works that way. And I just remember saying, I don't care. We have to try. Let's just please pray. And I think that's what's so beautiful about childlike faith, which Jesus actually says. Jesus said that unless you become like a child, you will not enter the kingdom of heaven. And I believe that that's what he's saying, to have faith, right? Our faith does have to be put in check though sometimes. So it's really hard sometimes just to think like, hey, I want to pray and ask God to remove this from my life. Because what if that very thing that is in your life ends up shaping who you become or ends up helping others? And so if you asked me, would I go back and change my life? I would tell you no, 1000%. I wouldn't change any hurt, any shame, anything, because I know who I am today. And I couldn't be the man I am today. And I like the man I am today. I still have improvements, but everyone needs to improve themselves until they die, right? But I know who I am today, and I like who I become. And I couldn't be who I am today and do the things that I do today had I not gone through what I went through. So for anybody who's still going through something, I know that's kind of tough to hear, may not make a lot of sense right now, but never give up. Never give up. And for me, I'm gonna tell you, find God, like study the Bible. Don't just read. If you read it, it doesn't make sense. When you study it, it's OMG. What? Yeah, so anyways, back to the prayer thing. I remember waking up and just thinking like, deep breath, touch my ear, and I'm like, it's the same. It's pointy, it's ugly, it's weird, it's like a thorn, it's like, you know, I'll never forget that, but it didn't stop me from asking again. Saying, we gotta try again. And I remember we tried again. I don't know how many times we tried. I wanna say it was like at least 3, but I just remember the last time we tried, I just remember sitting there like, all right, it's changed. Like my ear is 1000% fixed. Like I know that Jesus just did a miracle. I have this faith. I believe it. When I touch it, I'm gonna feel a perfect new ear. And I go and I touch it and I'm like, yes, it's different. No, it's the same. And looking back, I'm sure that probably helps with the question of, wait, is God real? Like, is the Bible real? Is it like a fairy tale? Is it fake? Because like, why doesn't this stuff happen today? Why don't people get healed of blindness? And why don't the mute speak? And why isn't my ear healed? And he healed an ear in the Garden of Gethsemane for the person that was trying to arrest him. That's what Jesus did. Why not me? And when you study your Bible and you get surrounded by people who are Christians and understand the Bible, those things all begin to make sense. And it makes complete sense why people that don't understand, they say, why didn't Jesus just come during the time of social media? Like what? As if God is stupid. Humans think they're smarter than God. I'm sorry for pausing this video, but this is so important. Humans think they think that they can think like God. Like he's all powerful. Like you are just a person with a created brain. You're limited, okay? You're limited in what you can do. And so for me, it's so obvious why Jesus doesn't come in a time like social media. Because if Jesus came right now and did all these miracles, everyone just has their phones out, record it, yo, look. And even still, there's gonna be people that won't believe. Hard-headed, thick-skulled nincompoops that won't believe in what they're seeing. But for others, they will believe only by sight. And then what happens? Your faith goes out the window. Or it's a good chance of your faith leaving because you have visual proof. Because that's the reason why now a lot of people struggle with the idea of faith in Jesus Christ, is because they can't visually see what they want to see, so they don't believe. But that is why we know about Jesus Christ, because the apostles, the disciples, they saw Jesus resurrected. They saw his miracles. And even though they saw his miracles, some of them still doubted. It was actually the resurrection where they're like, whoa, this is real. And then they went to the ends of the earth to tell everybody what they saw. And then they all died for it. No one's gonna try to be killed for spreading a lie. It makes zero sense. Makes zero sense. And so I fully believe everything that Jesus said. I fully believe that the Bible is accurate in his words. It's been unchanged. There's Dead Sea Scrolls to prove that. And yeah, I had to share that, because even though this video is beautiful, the video is great. I'm so happy for the video, but this is everything. And I'm not ashamed to say that. And no Christian should ever be ashamed to talk about Jesus. Jesus said, if you are ashamed to talk about me and you deny me here on earth, I will deny you to God the Father in heaven. And you won't be allowed in heaven. So I'm just saying, I love talking about Jesus. So sorry if it's offensive, but also not sorry. Let's continue. Yes, this is it. This is what I was talking about. I wish there could have been a camera like recording me, like as a kid.
I want a new ear.
Wow. Yep. Wow. I never got to see myself in a third person in a hospital bed, but I'm sure that's what I look like. My mom was sitting next to me. Had other family members sitting to the right.
Mom?
Okay, I was wondering if they was going to show the blood.
I'm bleeding.
This really happened.
I know, sweetheart.
Am I gonna be normal now?
I really did think it was going to be transformative and awesome.
New haircut for a new school year. I think this will be good for you.
And I did cut my hair
and
after.
I heard that Jaleel kid moved school districts. Should be a fresh start.
The headband. So I will say his ear looks great. As a kid, I would have traded that ear in a heartbeat. Mine did not look that good at all.
Mine was like, you know, squished. Like the opening was so small.
I know everyone's waiting for the ear review. Keep waiting. This is the headband phase after I realized, shoot, I cut my hair, had to wear the headband.
Like that?
You know it's on wrong, right?
What a weirdo.
It was always uncomfortable that I had to wear the headband over my ear when everyone else wore it above their ear. Everybody. No one else wore it on their ear. I mean,
what do we say about slamming things?
Hey, my bad. Jeez.
That's supposed to be my
just because you're having trouble adjusting doesn't mean you need to take it out of your mouth.
Whatever. You're not even my real dad. You're just my stepdad.
Vinny, you can't talk to him like that.
It's the truth.
Go to your room.
Oh!
Vinny, go to your room.
It's so weird to hear the word Vinny, because like the name Vinny, because I think it's like a word. No one really calls me that anymore. So like, if I hear it, I'm just like, you're definitely talking about me, right? And they actually are talking about me. Yeah, towards my teenage years, I had just issues in the house with my mom and my stepdad, and I still saw my dad every Wednesday and every other weekend. I'd go with him. But yeah, none of this is a written story. It's actually my story. So I think it just doesn't feel real. That like there's a story about me. Like what? I'm just a person. Like I'm a regular person like you, except I'm on YouTube. Like it's crazy.
Hate you!
When I think about His grace, there's freedom, something like a woman.
We up in church. I don't think I ever dressed that nice for church though.
Ow! Is everything okay?
Bro. I never ever talked about bullying to teachers ever again after that, like ever. So I just want to encourage, if anyone watching is getting bullied, tell someone. And if that person doesn't help do anything, then tell a different person. And if that person doesn't do anything, tell a different person. Don't give up. Somebody's gonna care. I'm not kidding. That I have 2 bullies who are both in prison this day. I promise. I'm not kidding. I would never joke around with something like this. 2 of my bullies, the one in middle school and the one in elementary. I don't want to say the one. One of the ones in middle school, one of the ones in elementary, because there are many. They are in jail, and it makes sense. There's something just wrong with their household, with their parents, what they were going through, some hurt. Oh man, actually, I feel bad for them now. I'm not like, haha, that's what they deserve. I'm like, dang, bro. Like, I wish somebody, like I wanted somebody as a kid to come and help me. But man, bullies need help too. They really do, because bullies are bullied. That's how they become bullies. Yeah. Man, everybody needs love. Everybody needs Jesus. I promise. I promise Jesus is the fix when you actually know Jesus. And to know Jesus, you have to read Jesus. To read Jesus, you got to study Jesus. And if you're mad I'm talking about Jesus, I still love you. Let's keep going. And don't worry about the little flickers on the screen. It ain't bad quality.
Big when they up in the crowd. Their bark's so small when you single them out. What's up, dog? Here's a treat.
Hey, all right. Hey, well, I realized that that's my Nitro hat. I still have that hat. I still have that very hat. Like all, the hat, the shirt, all that stuff is in a bin, like in the next room over. They made it.
Let me tell you all the way.
Bro, it's just not funny, bro.
I got strength to run my race.
Like, could you just imagine a world where when that bully pulls out a chair and you fall to the ground, can you imagine a strength where you could push past that initial hurt and that embarrassment, and you go up to the bully and you're like, what's the matter, man? What's up? Like, why is it that you have to do that to me? And imagine if he pops back and says something mean again, you keep going and you're like, is everything okay with you? How do your parents treat you? Is your older brother hurting you, or your older sister? Is somebody hurting you? Is somebody hurtful to you? Does somebody spend time with you? Are you needing somebody to spend some more? Can you just imagine a world where people do that? Even as an adult, there are adults that can do that and they don't. In fact, majority don't. But if you can just imagine a world where that could happen, that could be beautiful. Basically, that is true love. When you can love your enemy, man, I encourage, if anybody could ever, if you're gonna be put in a bad situation, you're gonna get punched in the face, maybe don't do that. But I encourage you, anybody watching, the next time somebody offends you or hurts you, try not to show it and love them back. I've done that probably more times I can count on my hand over this last year and a half. And I promise you, every time it's like, whoa, that is such a cool feeling that like you can be so positive in such a negative situation. And you are actually in control at this point though too, which I've always had a problem being a control freak. So the fact that you have the power, like they tried to rob you of your power by making you embarrassed, by hurting you, by saying something that's just crushing, soul crushing. And you flip it around when you don't allow it to happen and you show them that. And then there's another stage of this. Maybe at some point you could also believe it so that when you walk away, it's not like, oh, I had to put on a front that actually didn't bother me, but it did. Because you can get to a point to where it doesn't bother you. I promise. You could do it. You can do it. I did it. It's not easy, and things that I'm good at now doesn't mean I'm perfect with, but they are strengths that I only received by reading the Bible. And so my story is directly connected to faith in Christ. So I'm not gonna remove it. I'm not gonna sit here and just give a bunch of like fluffy, nice sounding sayings that I can throw out there, like never back down, never give up. I'm not gonna say that stuff. I'm gonna be rooted in this, because for 40 years, almost 40 years, it's 39, but for almost 40 years, the amount of help I received was so little compared to when I studied this and believed every word in it. I'm just saying, so like no one's gonna shut me up, that's for sure, because this is the truth. Anyways, that little glitching you see, that's because I'm not playing it on YouTube. I promise their quality's fire.
No hot bones, so you deceived. I might put one on my 5 stones. One shot from the sling and sap of the team. While I rock with the thing. Know what I mean?
Hey, let's go, my dude. Represent. No, not for nothing, he better than younger me. And then there was a second time, because it was supposed to be like middle school me rapping and then high school me rapping. Right, here we go, high school. High school,
Some people act big when they up in the crowd, but their bark so small when you single them out. What's up, dog? Here's a treat. No high bones while you deceived. I might pull out one of my 5 stones. One shot from the sling, on top with the team while I rock with the thing. Haha, know what I mean?
Yo, you heard that? I might pull out one of my 5 stones. That's David and Goliath right there. All right, back to the video. Sorry. Look at these bullies, bro.
Got milk?
Ha 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 ha! So funny! Oh, you see the rings? Look at those rings.
Why do you have so many rings on your fingers?
Morning, dummy.
Yeah, morning, dummy.
True story. True story.
I'm gonna end you, Benny.
True story. Oh my gosh, bro. This is crazy. True story. So when I said the cops came to my school, it was because of this. In 7th grade, I was bullied by the man, yes, who is in jail for murder today. But I was bullied by him so bad, I could not take it anymore, that I was collecting rings, metal rings, and I put a ring on every finger. And I sat in the front of the classroom, and I waited till he came in, smug, little look on his face, whatever, but either way, as he sits down, I take a deep breath, and I'm just like, it's time. I get up out of my seat, and as he's sitting down, I just went bam, 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 bam. And then I ran, because he would kill me. Like, I would stand no chance in a fight. So I ran. I absolutely ran down the hallway. In fact, even putting this out, now he knows who I am as an adult. Oh, well. I'm going to look up his sentence, maybe. But I shouldn't be joking about this, because I do feel bad for him, to be honest. I do feel bad for him, whatever he went through, because I know I'm jumping around, but this man is sitting in jail, and I think it's actually, I find it disgusting when people are like, good, that's where they belong. And I'm like, you have no understanding and no compassion. How about how he got that way? How about healing? How about like if you really want to say that, we're going to go all the way back to the Garden of Eden. We just are. But that is my outlook now. It's like, yes, there still is consequences for when you break the law. There still are consequences for our bad decisions. But having hatred towards someone at the same time is just so easy and automatic for people. And I remember watching this one lady on TV. There was like 4 or 5 families that got up to talk about their loved ones that were unalive, and everyone was like, I hope you get what you deserve in jail. And they started listing like torture and torment and all this crazy stuff in jail, like you deserve it. And then one person was just like, I don't hate you, I hope you find Jesus, this is really sad for me, but whatever she said. And I was just like, yes! Oh my goodness, I love that. You can just tell she believes what is in this book, because what does hate do? Hate's not gonna bring your loved one back. And I know that's really hard to say, but I know, bro, I'm just saying that none of the things that I will say will make sense if you don't agree with me or don't understand until you actually read this Bible. So yes, call me a Bible thumper because this changed my life. So when you could actually love an enemy, oh my goodness, your heart has been transformed. And so yes, cops ended up coming to the school. I went to ISS for in-school suspension for about a week. I was basically told I was gonna die. I was not gonna make it out of this. How stupid is the school? They put me and the bully in the same ISS for a week. And every day I was scared out of my mind that I was going to get back what I did to him. And he had blood like on his head. And I do not recommend violence, by the way. This was the only way I knew how to handle at this time because it was a boiling point because I was not communicating and I was not speaking with people. And I was not talking in ways that made a difference. And even if I was, there's no telling for sure that everything would have been better. But I know that nothing gets better by keeping stuff to yourself. So you got something to say, you find someone you trust and you tell them. But yeah, I was in the same ISS as this person. I wonder what happened to him. I think some bad happened to him. But man, he stayed back about 2 or 3 grades. He was so tall. And I remember I didn't know him and I would rap with him and he just took a liking to me and he was like my protector. And he was in there. He was a kid. He was a guilty kid too that did something wrong in that school. And he basically told the bully, because he was bigger than this bully, you don't touch Vinny. And bro, because that guy was in ISS, I believe that's probably one of the biggest reasons why I did not get the you-know-what knocked out of me. His first name was Billy. I'm just gonna say that. Man, thank God for Billy, bro. He's like a guardian angel, right? Even though he did some wrong too. He was in ISS. But yeah, shortly after I had left that school, but I just remember the day the cops came, my dad showed up. My dad, oh, shout out to my pops, bro. I'll just share this really quick. I remember my dad was telling all these kids, there was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It had to be like, I don't know exactly. So I'm going to say like up to 13 kids, maybe 8 to 13 kids. They all were trying to just jump me. That was the big thing. Jump. I'm gonna jump. Everything was like, they were all trying to get at me. And I remember my dad said some things in my defense. And one of the things he said was, you guys think you're so tough. Well, I guarantee you my son could take you and beat each one of you one at a time. I'll drive each one of you down to the playground and we'll go one at a time and he'll whoop your blah, blah, blah. And I'm sitting there like, Dad, no, Dad, I won't win. In my head, I'm just like, what is my dad doing? Like, I seriously thought it was gonna happen. Like, he said it, and so I'm like, they're gonna take him on. But they were afraid of my dad. They were afraid of my dad. So they backed off, right? And, but I was terrified. I was absolutely terrified that they were gonna take him up on his offer. I had no doubt in my mind I was gonna end up getting beat up on a playground over and over and over, one at a time by all these kids. And in my head, I'm like, Dad, what are you doing? But I'll never forget that my dad stuck up for me. It was probably the first time ever my dad probably truly knew how much I was getting bullied because I never talked to him about it. And when he stuck up for me, it just felt so good. But imagine if I had just talked instead of choosing violence and like maybe something worse happening. Imagine if I just talked to my dad and then didn't stop. Because sometimes one time's not enough, 2 times. Sometimes you got to paint the picture for people like, yo, this is serious. This is serious. So when you paint that picture for someone, you let them know, like, don't give up. Say, hey, this is still happening. This is still happening. Like, I wonder even with my own children, yo, how was school today? Oh, it was good. And I'm like, bro, for real though, like, talk to me. Like, school is good. And they're like, yeah. I'm like, nobody's doing it. Nah, this isn't happening. No. Who do you like at school? I'm trying to like pull stuff at them because I know I was a kid once. And I know as a kid, we don't like to speak. So I'm just encouraging, if you are a kid, speak. If you are a spouse, speak. If you are a sister, a brother, a mother, it don't matter. Everybody can go through something in their life. It's not just kids. But I knew that I was a kid. And as a kid, I was not strong enough to speak up and really do something. I was good to mouth off and pop back, but I wasn't strong enough to use my words to actually get something done. which is to go to an authority. And it probably started with the 3rd grade teacher that didn't do anything. And I thought he just didn't care about me. This adult, this authority figure in class who I was getting made fun of on Invention Day for having a weird ear that could be fixed by some machine that my friend's gonna make when he's older. And everyone's laughing and I tell the teacher, hey, and he does nothing. Maybe it started there. I say that it had to have probably started there. Who knows, right? But I say that is where my probably lack of respect for authority began. And so maybe you've gone through something similar where you've voiced yourself, you've spoken up and nobody listened to you or somebody made fun of you. Tell them again, tell somebody else, tell 5 people. I just think of myself like, can you imagine, bro, if I was like as strong as I am today? Imagine if I'm in 7th grade and I go up to the principal and I'm like, yo, you and I need to speak. Can you imagine? Oh my goodness. Kids are always pushed aside. I don't want to say always. There's a lot of times where adults don't respect children. They don't respect what they have to say. And so I'll just encourage you, don't let somebody discourage you just because you are young. Be respectful, speak the truth, don't lie. Liars suck. I'm sorry. I do not like liars. So always tell the truth. Tell the truth and speak to somebody in authority if you trust them. And if you can't trust them, find someone you can trust, all right? I just wanna make that so clear because I know that my childhood would have been so much different had I just spoken to people. And I had a lot of people I could have trusted and I didn't. And I even have a story about more people I trusted and I told something and they didn't listen to me. And I got in trouble for what I said back. Oh man, I got stories. But anyway, let's continue. So principal's office, this really happened. I run out of the classroom. I run down the hallway. I go into the main office, see the principal's door, or I mean his door might even been closed. I open up his door, slam his door, lock his door. Now his desk was basically like, pretend there's a desk here and right across his door, if he's sitting at his desk, his door is on his right and a huge window. And his window has like bulletins and stuff on it. So as you walk by on the outside, you can still see him. And that bully was he tried the door. I thought the door was gonna bust down. I was at this point hiding behind the principal's desk. The principal is like, what are you doing? What is going on? And then he sees the bully. He doesn't know he's the bully at this point. Come in and he's banging and like papers are falling off of this window. And yep, my dad came to the school and the cops came to the school and I didn't last much longer in that school. I had to change schools after that because after that ISS, I can't even believe my parents let me go to ISS. Thanks, Mom and Dad. I really thought I was gonna die. They didn't know anything. I didn't tell them. I didn't explain the gravity of the situation. Like, I'm afraid. I don't want to go. If I would have told my dad that, he wouldn't have made me go. It's my fault. So I just want to encourage you. Speak the truth. Say how you feel. Do it respectfully. Do it with love. Go to somebody you trust. You can't find somebody you trust, then find somebody you can trust. Period. All right, so now that we're going, here we go.
I hit him, and now he's gonna end me. Please.
So your mom's on her way, but your dad's here.
Dad.
My mom didn't show up. My dad.
What did you do?
I punched that kid.
Finn, I raised you better than this. How could you do this to another student?
Because I was tired. I was tired of getting bullied.
That's not my dad. What's up, Dad? Okay, so that's my on-screen dad. My dad is amazing. You guys don't really know him as much because I live further from him. I know you know my mom a lot, but my dad is amazing and he's a great father. And he was always there for me. It's my fault all the times that I just didn't tell him as much things as I should have, you know? So I love my dad. So Dad, if you're watching, I love you and you did a great job. And so thank you. And my mom, both of them. But yeah, let's keep going. This is my pops.
Because I was tired. I was tired of getting bullied every single day. Tired of getting called names.
Bill Gates.
Tired of getting pushed, shoved, humiliated. He's been making my life a nightmare.
I didn't even say that much to him. I didn't even say that much.
I didn't talk about any of this.
Can you please tell him to stop?
And why don't we just let Jaleel finish with his presentation?
I love how they brought this back.
Because nobody cares. Nobody ever does anything.
I care. You can't stay quiet and keep this stuff to yourself.
Getting teary-eyed just thinking about that because, oh man, You guys really, anybody who's going through something, just think about it that you might be robbing an opportunity. You might be robbing an opportunity for somebody to come to your rescue, to show you love, to help you when you don't speak up. Oh, I just hope, man, I just hope that everybody watching this video will speak up about something that's bothering them. Speak up.
You're gonna talk to that kid about bullying, right?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think just because, like,
life is so unfair sometimes.
Bro, I know life can seem unfair, okay, and it can make you angry, but just
My boy
remember
Mike.
that violence is never the answer.
I know. I only punch people in video games.
Okay, good. I say that because I didn't always feel that way. Violence became one of the reasons why I had to move school.
All right, trying to play, bro.
Okay, sorry.
it's so important.
All I'm saying is, maybe he's beyond help.
Oh, yeah? Because you care about helping it all?
Hey, watch your tone.
This is so dumb. I don't...
Stop
So
it.
that's older me. That's older me now. Got the bandanas now. I'm in high school. See, so what they did was they kind of merged it. That my boy, he's really cool. We met and family and I, we hung out and got to talking, and awesome family. Awesome 2 kids that played me. I want to thank both of them. But yeah, so what they did was they kind of took me from elementary and middle school and they kind of merged those years as one actor. That's why they didn't show like 3rd grade me really. But yeah, so that this would now be me in high school.
When I get older,
Annoying, bro.
I'm gonna invent a machine that can fix weird-looking ears.
Actually, it's just the taunting, bro. Man, just like, all right, the reason why I didn't say this in the first video, but I guess this is a good time to say it right here. In 5th grade, there's a lot of bullies, right? So, but in 5th grade, the kid that bullied me in 3rd grade, he said something to me on the playground, and I did choose violence again as the answer. And I clocked him in the face probably about 4 or 5 times, and he was crying. He went home crying to his mom. In fact, I remember being on the stoop of my house, on the staircase of my house, outside stairs. There were stairs to get up to my apartment house, whatever it was. And it was like a house. It's like a weird looking house that's an apartment. It doesn't matter. The point is, and I remember sitting on the stairs with a friend, and the mom pulls up, has the window rolled down, and she's like yelling at me, "You think you could just hit my son?" And she's yelling at me. Now, mind you, this was my friend that I grew up with. This is like, I knew his mom. Like, his mom and my mom, they hung out. And she's yelling at me and talking about, I don't remember all the words exactly. I just remember feeling so much joy that I hurt him and his mom because they hurt me. And that, unfortunately, is such a terrible lesson. I'm just gonna be honest. I know, because you guys see me as like this happy YouTuber, this perfect person sometimes, right? But I'm not a perfect person. I grew up until I came back into having faith in Christ. I grew up thinking if anyone hurts you, you have to hurt them back and do it so badly that they never do it again to you. And I promise you, that is dangerous and destructive. That is how you end up in prison. If you hurt people that hurt you, nothing good will come out of that. And you're also hurting yourself, because it might bring some like momentary, like sick level of joy, because you shouldn't really receive joy in other people's sufferings. But because he hurt me, I was so happy that I got to hurt him back. And from that day on to all of my adulthood, that's what I thought. Like, haha, I got you. Hurt someone, hurt him back, shut him down, put him in their place, spit rapid fire venom in their direction, and they won't touch you again. And I'll be honest, I'm ashamed of it now, but that is what I used to teach my children. In the situation where somebody would hurt them, or if they overheard me talking to my wife. So basically, you can yell at if you're a husband and wife are fighting with each other and the kids see, you are teaching your children that, oh, this is how I can treat my wife. This is how I can treat my husband when I get older. No, that's not how you treat your spouse. But you are teaching your kids indirectly. So not 100% direct. There was a couple cases directly, but definitely indirectly. I stood firm with that belief. And in October, I guess I'm probably at this point, November 2024, I sat down with my kids and I said, I take that back. I'm sorry. Don't ever listen to those words that daddy said. Never go out of your way to try to hurt somebody that hurt you. That is not the way. That is what cowardly people do. That is what hurt people do. That is not what strong people do. And how do I find my strength? Ding dong, right? And so I did have to correct myself. That's growth. That's why I tell you, I love the person that I am today. And it's only because of faith in God. So that's why I won't stop talking about it. A lot of people just don't get it. They don't understand it when they say, stop talking about God all the time. Stop talking about Jesus. Oh, it's so annoying, this and that. You're not me. You don't get it. I'm sorry I can't make these old videos for you where I don't mention God, but like, save my life, man. So like, I'm not shutting up ever. So unsubscribe if you need to. You'll probably remember this scene if you saw the video, that part 1 video from December that I put up. That's my mom. Although I didn't have a cell phone in high school.
Take your hat off.
She always sent me scriptures.
No, I'm not taking my...
And I never appreciated it or enjoyed it. So annoying, bro. So annoying. That really happened. Bullies cornered me, vending machine, took off my hat, took off my bandana. I mean, it's like at that point, I was like, they know, because like I'm covering my ear. Like, who would,
any other kids?
If someone takes off your hat, who covers their ear? And that's actually happened to me.
Step up to the...
Flashbacks, dude, that's... These moments, for these kids, they don't even remember these, bro. Like, do these kids really remember these moments? No, I did. They defined me. And so, man, just imagine just like wasting your time being mean to somebody. What does that one little moment for you actually do? You're gonna remember that? Is it really gonna help you?
I want to do homeschool.
To be mean to somebody? Homeschool. My mama, she got me into homeschooling. Yep, I homeschooled in 6th. I homeschooled twice in middle school. At the end of 7th grade, and I think in 6th grade. 2 times.
Oh, you got ADHD or something? You fidget a crap ton.
Not that I know of.
Yeah, I do.
Kill you to pick up your phone. You had your mother worried sick.
Relax, I was hanging out with some friends from work.
Curfew is curfew.
I'm basically an adult. Okay, I work, I pay for my own phone.
So this is all
I have
true
my
story.
own car, and I do my schoolwork.
I was very responsible.
So just get off my back, okay?
16, 17, I was homeschooled again, and I got a job. I had my own office at 16 years old. I didn't share a desk with anybody. I had my own office, my own door lock. And I was blessed, absolutely blessed. And I wanted more responsibility. I wanted more. I mean, I had a lot of responsibility. I was paying for my own vehicle, paid for my own car insurance, my own health insurance. So these are coworkers
Mom,
making fun of me.
Drugs.
And what's this about?
Mom, I'm not on drugs. I don't know what else to tell you.
Can't say I wouldn't be surprised if you were.
Thanks a lot, stepdad. No, I'm kidding. But this is a story kind of mixed up in two. So what happened in real life was once upon a time, my friend told me about an ADHD medication that he was taking, asked me if I wanted some. I said no. Don't ever take any type of drug or any medication from a friend, please, if it's not prescribed to you. I was in 10th grade. I didn't take it. And then my mom accused me of taking it. And she's like, you're acting so weird. And I'm like, it's the same me, right? I didn't take it. And that sort of pattern kept happening to me when I was living with my mom and my stepdad. I was getting blamed for things that I never did. And on top of being able to do schooling on the computer, have my own job, paying for everything myself. I didn't like having a curfew because I would drive really fast and reckless to try to get home on time for a curfew because I felt like I should be able to stay out longer because I'm such a responsible young adult. I'm gonna say it. I was probably the world's most responsible 16-year-old. Just throwing that out there. I'm just kidding. Humility, Vince. Humility. Okay, chill. No, but this is all real. There's nothing that's been fluffed in this story.
You know what? I don't care what you have to say at all, or what you think, okay?
Why
are
you have to?
always
Because
in my
you
business?
live in this house.
And you don't own it.
Yo, they good actors, yo. Me with the Tims.
Grab the mic, you know I'm ready to go. Then I step on site and I run that show.
Hey.
I say what I say, I do what I do. Step out of the way when I come through. Yeah, some people act big when they up in the crowd, but they bark so small when you single them out. What's up, dog? Here's a treat. No hot bones, I'm still deceived. Might pull out one of my 5 stones. On top with the string, on top with the team while I'm rocking this thing. Know what I mean?
Yo! That's so dope. That's so dope.
I'm so angry lately.
I didn't rock the nitro hat in high school, though. Yes, I was not the nicest to my mom. Mom, I'm sorry. I love you. Such a good mom. She's looking for me in church, and I'm not there because I moved out.
Do you think I did this? Why would I key your car?
Is it because you want to get back at us? Is that why?
Mom, are you okay with this? I mean, you really think I did this?
This is true story. They blamed me for keying their car.
Man, you know what? You can enjoy your life because I'm out of here.
Out of respect for people
You're
involved.
only 16.
Watch me.
I won't give further details because I don't want to hurt anybody. Emancipation. That basically means when, according to the state, I am an adult. And so I've always said that when I was 16, I got emancipated. My mom was like, you are not 16, you were 17. And she just said that to me like last week. I'm like, hey, sorry, my bad, but whatever. I was early 17. I went out and I lived.
That's why you're always wearing hats? I don't think I would have been able to go through everything.
Bro, I don't have a hat on! It looks so weird to see me without a hat like that.
I don't think I would have been able to go through everything we went through.
Yeah, well, it was tough until I found complete faith in Jesus, and that's what changed it.
Thank you for telling us the truth.
Of course, buddy.
I am so proud of how far you've come. I can't wait to see what you do next.
Yeah, what are you gonna do next?
Gonna tell the whole world?
Yeah, I know. Crazy
Oh, whoops,
stuff.
that was a spoiler.
I mean, I heard about the accident. Jalil broke.
Oh yeah, wait, let me tell you about that. But first, do you see that?
Every bone.
Like, look at that hair, bro. You think I enjoyed? I didn't enjoy having that haircut. I never said this before, but from probably like 2015, 2016 on, I've never had a haircut outside of my house. In fact, it was usually me with a scissor, just going 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. That was it. Just 2 lines. Because I didn't know how to layer. I didn't do any of that. That's why I hated my hair. Because it was never ever cut for, what is that? 8 years? Never had a haircut out in public. It wasn't until recently that I got the strength to even talk to my brother-in-law about it. And I was like, yo, do you mind cutting my hair? You know? And then he started cutting my hair. And I was like, oh, finally, I have a decent, cutting hair. And then finally, at the end of last year, I was like, man, thank God I just got rid of it. I got rid of that long hair, So
Yeah, I know. Crazy stuff. I mean, I heard about the accident. Jalil
heard what he
broke
said?
Yeah, I know. Crazy stuff. I mean, I heard about the accident. Jalil broke every bone in his body.
Also a true story. So Jalil is a different name for the bully that was in elementary school. But when in 3rd grade, he made fun of me. 5th grade, I beat him up. And then in 9th and 10th grade, he harassed me again and made high school harder for me. Well, I homeschooled 11th and 12th grade. I was not in school. And this is a true story. I'd never play around like this. So I heard from a friend who had said, hey, did you hear what happened to so-and-so? I don't want to say his name. And I'm like, nah. He's like, he got into a car accident. You remember this guy? I actually forgot the driver's name. Yeah, I remember him. He died. I said, what? My bully was in the passenger seat and he broke every bone in his body, but the driver died. And when I found that out, just like the violence, going straight to violence, that was always kind of the answer as a kid in school. When I found that out, I was so happy. I was like, yes, That's what you get. God punished him. I honestly believe that God punished him because he hurt me. That was how I cope with it, saying, that's what you get for messing with me. Like, I wasn't able to get you back in high school, but ooh, God's got my back, bro. Thank you God for like hurting that kid, right? That's sick. That's a crazy mentality to have. I don't have that mentality anymore. In fact, I've had to apologize for having that mentality. And I don't know, a part of me wanted to have this bully on a video and talk to him, because who knows if he really knew. He didn't know. I don't think he knew. I don't think he knew what he did was wrong, you know, at the time, and how much it affected me. And man, I feel so sorry that my immediate reaction is joy when someone suffers a car crash like that. And then the driver died. I wasn't happy about the driver. I didn't really know the driver. I knew of him, but he was never like a friend. He had, I guess, like a brand new like sports car type of car. And yeah, and I just said, thank you God that I'm not that way anymore. That I'm not this hurt person who would rejoice in someone else's suffering. And again, I've only become that person to forgive my enemy, to forgive somebody, and to actually have love for this person and say, dang man, I wonder why they were like that with me. What was missing in their life? What were they lacking? Because I wasn't lacking anything. I had a wonderful mom, a wonderful dad. I grew up in church with wonderful people at the start. I loved growing up in church. All of my hurt came from my insecurity, my birth defect, from the bullies. And that made me an angry person. I don't care if you hurt me, I'll hurt you worse. Like, that's what that turned me into. Only the people that would dare push one of my buttons and try to hurt me. And of course, it spilled over into other areas too. But the point is all of that weight that was on me fell off the moment I realized, man, I'm gonna meet God one day. I'm gonna stand before him one day. I believe it. And imagine if he would say, hey, why did you squander the opportunity I gave you? I'll stand before him and then say, hey, thank you. Thank you for finally letting me see what truth was like. And thank you for transforming my heart and allowing me to share this message with people. Because who cares about the other 3,500 videos I've made, right? That's helped a lot of people. I've heard so many people say, man, you got me through childhood and tough times. And I love that. And I'm so glad to hear that. But like, this video is more important to me, you know, because like you can have YouTubers and people you look up to do creative things and fun things to make you laugh and to make you smile. But I think the moment that you truly believe that God is who he said he is, and you read the Holy Bible and you study it and you believe it, your life has no choice but to change. Absolutely no choice. So yeah, to the childhood bully that got hurt in that car accident, if you are watching this, I hope you're doing well today. I do forgive you. There is no bitterness in my heart towards you whatsoever. I'll look at you still as the friend that I had memories with before I was hurt by you. Hope you're doing well, and if you want to come to church with me one day, let me know. But I don't know if he's watching. I actually tried to look him up, couldn't find him anywhere, couldn't find his brother, couldn't find his mom, so I'm not really sure what happened.
In 2006, Vincent Carter started his first YouTube channel, Funnel Vision, just posting videos for fun.
Yep.
But as his content gained traction, he took it seriously, launching FGTeeV in 2013. Today, he has over 25 million subscribers on his main channel.
That's weird. Out of context. Oh, man.
Numbers went up, the brand grew, but I couldn't sleep. I realized that
check this out.
I was running away from who I really was. And honestly, the first place that I felt honest again was not online. It was the last row of this church that I hadn't visited in years.
Wow. Wow. So what that was, my beautiful bride. So what that was basically me watching Instagram videos of people not afraid to share their faith. And the two ones that stick out the most was Chandler Hollow and George Jenko. It just encouraged me to not be afraid and to speak up. And that's also what I hope is encouraging in this video. You can see my boldness and the courage to sit here and talk about Jesus till I'm blue in the face. To talk about Jesus until he's back. To talk about Jesus until all my subscribers are gone. I just don't care. Yeah, let's keep going.
Go. Sorry, I was just thinking that we should go back to church.
Okay, let's do it.
My baby.
Yeah. Let's go.
I won't forget when we went back to church in 2024. And my wife tells Lex and says, hey, you know, Daddy asked to go back to church. And her jaw drops like, wait, what? Daddy wants to go to church? Because I told my daughter and my wife and before in 2022, 2023, maybe 2021, because Lex would go to church with her friends. I say, we're not going to church because we will not be fake. We will not be somebody that goes to church on Easter or Christmas and then forgets about God the rest of the year. We will not be somebody that goes to church and then acts differently once we're not around Christians or once we leave that church parking lot. I knew enough to not be fake, to not be what they call as lukewarm. And a lot of that did keep me away from church. But you know what? I had to apologize to my daughter and I say, man, that was such a terrible thing for me to teach you, because you have to start somewhere. So don't worry about changing yourself before you go to church or before you read the Bible or before you make a vow to God. Just make a first step. And if you stick with it, the change, the transformation, it just comes naturally when you believe it and you stick with it and you dedicate it. It's just like a cell phone. I say this all the time to people. You want to use your cell phone tomorrow? You got to charge it today. Your spirit is no different. Your soul is no different. And just pray to God when you need something, right? God's not a genie. Oh, please, God, please make my bills go away. Please give me this job. Please give me this car. Bro, nowhere in the Bible does it encourage you to just ask for everything just about yourself over and over and over and over and over. Now, there's some nuance to that, and there's nothing wrong with asking God for something in your life. But you can pray for others, and you could also trust God that sometimes things happen in our lives that don't always make sense. We don't get the job we want because maybe that's not the job we're supposed to have. Or maybe I wasn't supposed to have 2 normal ears. Because I promise you this, I could absolutely promise you this. If I had 2 normal ears, you would never know who I am. FGTeeV would have never existed. And I know that because my life would have been very different. And all the creativity and the hats and the costumes that did exist on FGTeeV, all of that was built out of shame. Some of the stuff I was going to talk about in our part 2 video. So I'll just leave that right there. But I promise you, 100% guarantee you, you would never know me or my family or our channel or had any of the good laughs and the special times and memories with us had I been born with 2 normal ears. So I say it again. If I was given the opportunity to go back in time and redo life with 2 normal ears, I would decline in a heartbeat because I wouldn't be who I am today. And my hope is to inspire you guys on a journey with faith in Jesus Christ, because I believe he's the only way to enter heaven and to receive eternal life. Just look around the earth. It doesn't make any sense how any of this stuff exists unless you read this, and then it makes perfect sense, you know? So I have faith. I just do, and I will not shut up about it.
So if you can go back and tell your younger self one thing, what would you say?
I'd say,
man, she's such a strong woman. She loves God.
I know there's nothing that I can say to change your perspective right now. I know the world, it feels dark, lonely, and unfair. And I know that you're full of rage and pain and frustration. But man, one day, God is gonna take all of your broken pieces and turn it into something beautiful. What you're going through isn't for nothing. God doesn't create without a purpose. God doesn't measure you by what others see. God doesn't waste what you survived. And one day, you're gonna look back and realize that everything you survived was worth it. Because what others intended to harm you, God intended for good. And I know the way your story is going right now isn't what you want, but God's a much better author. And when you tell your story, you're not only gonna change your life, you're gonna change the lives of those around you. And I'm not gonna tell you how this story ends, but I promise you this, because of Jesus, it's gonna be a happy ending.
Are you ready to tell the world?
Yep. Hey, My name's Vince. I have been creating social media content with my family for the last 13 years. However, I haven't been completely honest with our audience.
This is how the last video started.
I've been hiding, and now I want to talk about it. I didn't think that I'd ever be able to talk about this, but here we are. It's time to show you guys.
This will be part 2. Oh my gosh, bro. I can't believe this, bro. I can't believe it, bro. I can't believe it. It's so beautiful. The fact that, like, this even exists. The fact that I was able to tell my story like this, bro. I gave Dhar Mann a big hug and just told him, thank you, dude. And I just wish Dhar Mann nothing but success, bro. The fact that he is the avenue, he is the outlet, for this story to be told. I would just love it if you guys could support him and just support him and subscribe to his channel, because he is changing lives. And the fact that he allowed me to tell my story and he allowed me to glorify Jesus and talk about God, I just love that, because a lot of people are very afraid to speak about their faith, or they think, like, you know, someone's not gonna like this, or maybe somebody's Hindu, or someone's Buddhist, or someone is atheist, or someone, you know, is a Satanist. You know, those people. There's witches, there's Santeria, there's so many different people out there that watch our videos. I don't know who is even watching this video at this point. All I can tell you is the person that I become inside makes no sense. It makes no sense. And for 39 years, I was never able to find that person. I didn't know who that person was. It's not like, oh, I was and then I lost it. I mean, maybe as like a 4-year-old, 5-year-old, 6-year-old. But I just believe in what the Bible says, because it does say that. Not verbatim, but basically when you put your trust in God, your trust in Jesus, you will receive a peace that surpasses all understanding. And it happened to me. And I could tell you 40 other verses that also happened to me. And they happened to me before I would read these verses. Stuff would happen in my life and I'd read them like, oh my goodness. And so, I don't know, I just pray that whoever is watching, if you do take a journey in faith, I would hope that you would. I can only speak about this. I cannot justify, or I can't tell you to try anything else. I don't believe anything else would work. I don't believe it. I respect other people's decisions, but I only believe this Bible. And if you only believe this Bible tells you that this is the only way to receive eternal life in heaven. And when you study it, it is so mind-blowing. And if you ever hear anyone say there's contradictions and there's this, there's that, I promise you those are people that don't want to believe it. They already have a predisposition, and they don't understand. They don't understand it, because I myself, I want to share this because this is important. Even when in October 29, 2024, and I vowed, I said, God, I'm going to follow you for the rest of my life. I will honor you for the rest of my life. That doesn't mean I didn't have doubt. Having faith doesn't mean having no doubt. It's not the absence of it. And so I continued to still doubt once in a while. And as I would doubt, I would go down that avenue and study and look and find for, well, what about this? What about that? And the more and more that I searched, the more and more I found. And I got to a point to where when people would say things, I'd realize, when people would say negative things about the Bible, I'd realize, oh my gosh, you have no idea what you're talking about. Like, you haven't studied, you haven't learned. I say this because I want to caution you again. Just because somebody talks about Jesus does not mean they actually know the real Jesus, the Jesus that is talked about in the 4 Gospels and all throughout the New Testament. Think of it like this too. The Apostle Paul was someone who wrote a good chunk of the New Testament. And remind you this, he was not writing this book. He was simply just writing letters to churches and other Christians to encourage them. Before he became a Christian, he was persecuting them and unaliving them. He was a Jewish man, and he was against Christians. He did not believe that Jesus Christ was God in the flesh. He had status He had religious authority in the Jewish world. He had power. He had everything. And he threw it all away to become a Christian because he encountered Jesus himself. And he himself, the Apostle Paul, spent time in prison, was beaten, and ultimately his life was taken from him. And he knew it all while it was happening, because it was over the course of, I don't know off the top exactly, a decade, 15 years, many, many years. And he loved every minute of it because he knew Jesus was real. This is why he said, I was hunting. I mean, he didn't say this verbatim, but he was hunting Christians, and then he became the hunted. Who in their right mind leaves the winning team to go to a losing team? First of all, Christians are not the losing team. But if you're being hunted and you are being unalived, you kind of sound like the losing team. The Apostle Paul said, I love that I'm in prison. I get to tell people about Jesus here. That goes back to what I was saying earlier. When you can love your enemies and try to help them, oh my gosh, you have found God when you can do that. So I'm gonna just leave that right there. I love you guys. I thank you for watching. I thank Dhar Mann, his whole team. So incredible, man. I cannot believe this. Are you kidding me? I get to show my grandkids this? What? They get to show their their grandkids? This was your great daddy. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it right there. I am still working on part 2. It is a very slow moving process. I thank you for your time. At some point I may give up and then just do an ear reveal. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I love you guys, and I'll check you next time. Have a funnel day, and Jesus loves you. Bam! Can't stop me from saying that. Oh, and also, once again, thank you to Dhar Mann, his whole crew, and special thanks to the writer, Michelle. Love you guys. Peace.